It was one of the biggest hits of 2021. Since its release in March last year, Enjoy Enjaami has clocked over 430 million views on YouTube. Now, over a year later, the creators of Enjoy Enjaami have had a public fallout over the credits of this hit song. So, what is the controversy all about? And why is this feud over Enjoy Enjaami's credits really about appropriation? Let me explain. Enjoy Enjaami was released in March 2021 by Maajja, an independent music label founded by music composer A.R. Rahman. The track was sung by singer Dhee and rapper Arivu and was produced by Santhosh Narayanan, who also happens to be Dhee's stepfather. The lyrics of Enjoy Enjaami were written by Arivu, who draws upon the experience of his Dalit ancestors. Listen to what Arivu had to say about the inspiration behind the song lyrics in his interview with the News Minute back in April last year.
இந்த பாட்டு எழுதணும்னு தொடங்கப்பட்ட போது இது ஒரு கொண்டாட்டமான பாட்டா இருக்கலாம்னு முடிவு பண்ணோம். அப்போ இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு விஷயத்த நான் பேச போறேன்னு எனக்கே தெரியாது. ஆக்சுவலா நான் அந்த அந்த ஒரு பீட்டோட அந்த ஒரு டியூனோட ஜாலியா வைப் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன். அதோடு என்னுடைய எப்படி சொல்றது ஜாலியா அதோட விளையாடிட்டு இருந்தேன்னு சொல்லலாம் அந்த மியூசிக்கோட. பட் ஒரு கட்டத்துக்கு அப்புறம் நான் சீரியஸ் ஆயிட்டேன் அந்த பாட்டு மேல. இல்ல இந்த பாட்டு நம்மளுடைய ரூட்ஸை பத்தி பேசி ஆகணும் இதுல அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு இடத்துக்கு வந்த பிறகு எளிய மக்களுடைய வாழ்க்கை பேசணும். அதாவது இங்க இயற்கையோடு இயைந்து நேசித்து வாழ்கிற மக்களே உழைக்கும் மக்கள் தான். அதாவது ஒரு லேண்ட் ஓனர் இருக்காருன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், அவருக்கு தெரியாது அந்த நிலத்துல என்ன நடக்குதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. அவர் அந்த சேத்துல காலே வைக்கல. அப்போ அங்க உழைக்கிற ஒரு வர்க்கம் இருக்குல்ல, அந்த உழைக்கும் வர்க்கம் தான் நேச்சரோட ஒன்றி வாழுது. ஸோ அவர்கள் தான் உயிர்களும். அவன் தான் ஒரு கம்பளி பூச்சியை லவ் பண்றான், அவன் தான் ஒரு பட்டாம்பூச்சியோட விளையாடுறான். So, அப்படி இயற்கை நேசிக்கிற மக்களை பற்றிய ஒரு பாடலாகும்.
The song, according to Arivu, is also a tribute to his grandmother Valyamal, a landless laborer who was forced to migrate to Sri Lanka and work on tea plantations.
என்ன வளர்த்து ஆளாக்குறது வள்ளியம்மாள் பாட்டி தான். பட் வளர்ற வரைக்கும் எனக்கு வள்ளியம்மாள் ஓகே, அவங்க ஒரு பாட்டி அவ்வளவுதான், அப்படிதான் இருந்துச்சு. ஆனா வளர்ந்த பிறகு அவங்க கதைகள்லாம் கேட்கும்போது தான் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சது அவங்க ஒரு பெரிய அப்ரஷனை சந்தித்து இந்த இடத்துக்கு வந்திருக்காங்க. ஆனா அந்த அப்ரஷனை என்கிட்ட அவங்க கடத்தவே இல்லை. என்ன அவங்க ராஜா மாதிரி பாத்துக்கிறாங்க. என்ன அவங்க ஒரு சின்ன உரசல் கூட எனக்கு நேரிடாம பாத்துக்கிறாங்க. ஆனா அவங்க எப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு போராட்டத்தை சந்திச்சு இங்க வந்திருக்கிறாங்கன்னும் போது அந்த கதை தான் எனக்கு இலங்கைக்குள்ள என்னை கொண்டு போய் விட்டுச்சு. அவங்க 200 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பாக அவர்களுடைய மூதாதையர்கள் இங்க இருந்து தேயிலை தோட்டங்களுக்கு அடிமையா வேலை செய்வதற்காக அழைத்து செல்லப்பட்ட மக்கள். அவர்களுடைய தலைமுறை ஒரு 1964 நடக்கிற ஒரு பிரிவின் மூலமாக அரசாங்கத்தின் வழியாக அவர்கள் இந்த இடத்துக்கு திருப்பி கொண்டு வந்து விடப்படுறதும், அதன் பிறகான வாழ்க்கை முறையிலிருந்து அவர்களுடைய போராட்டம், அவருடைய வறுமை, இதெல்லாம் தான் சேர்ந்து அவங்கள ஒரு ரஃப்பான லேடியா மாத்திருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அவங்க ஒரு பயங்கர அயன் லேடி எனக்கு. அவங்க தான் ஸ்ட்ரென்த்தே எனக்கு. ஸோ அவங்களுடைய கதை தான் எனக்கு இந்த பாட்டுல நிறைய இடத்துல ரிஃப்ளெக்ட் ஆச்சு.
The controversy of the song credits began last year with the release of the remix version of Enjoy Enjaami by French record producer DJ Snake and Dhee on Spotify. The cover for this remix version didn't feature Arivu. This picture also made it to the Times Square billboard, a first for Tamil independent music, but there was no Arivu on it. Then in August last year, Rolling Stone India magazine's cover featured Dhee and singer Sean Vincent de Paul. Its cover story was titled Back to the Roots. This cover received massive flack for erasing Arivu from his own songs. After all, it was Arivu who had written the lyrics of Enjoy Enjaami and co-sung it with Dhee. Niye Oli was co-written by Arivu, while Sean Vincent was one of 3 artists who sang the song. Many had called out Rolling Stone and Maajja, including director Pa Ranjit, who accused them of invisibilizing Arivu. Rolling Stone reacted to the controversy by issuing a digital cover that featured only Arivu. Maajja, on his part, said that the primary credit belonged to Dhee because she had initiated the project and invited Arivu to collaborate on the song. But this did little to undo the damage. At the time, Arivu, Dhee and Santhosh Narayanan chose to keep quiet over the raging controversy. All was quiet until Enjoy Enjaami was performed by Dhee and singer Mariammal at the opening ceremony of the 44th Chess Olympiad in Chennai on July 28th. Arivu was not a part of the performance. He was on tour in the United States. Before the performance, Santhosh Narayanan was credited as the music composer of Enjoy Enjaami. A few days after the ceremony, Arivu issued a statement. unequivocally declaring that he composed, wrote, sang, and performed Enjoy Enjaami. He said nobody gave him a tune, a melody, or a single word to write. While he acknowledged that Enjoy Enjaami was a team effort, he said that it did not mean that the song wasn't about Valyamal or his landless tea plantation slave ancestors. He said that every song of his would have the scar mark of generational oppression, including Enjoy Enjaami. Soon after this, Santhosh Narayanan also released a two-page statement. He said that it was in December 2020 that Dhee came up with the idea of creating a Tamil song that glorified our roots and celebrated nature. Santhosh said that he composed, arranged, programmed, recorded, and co-sang Enjoy Enjaami. It was for this work that he was credited as producer of the song. Santhosh said that both Dhee and Arivu were involved in the creative process of the song. While Arivu agreed to write the lyrics, it was director Manigandan who helped with the foundation of the lyrics. While in his post, Arivu said that he spent 6 sleepless months on Enjoy Enjaami, Santhosh claimed that the entire process, from ideation to the recording of the shoot, was done in under 30 hours. Hours after Santhosh's statement, Dhee issued her own. She said that she always made sure to give credit to Arivu as the writer and singer and Santhosh Narayanan as the producer and composer. Dhee said, and I quote, "At no point have I diminished or downplayed both of their importance in Enjoy Enjaami. I've only ever wanted to celebrate and highlight their work, and I've been doing that at every step and stage." Like Santhosh, Dhee also said that director Manigandan contributed immensely to the making of the song. Incidentally, Arivu in many of his interviews has also credited Manigandan with helping him write the song. As far as Valyamal's presence in the video goes, Dhee said that it was a homage to matriarchal society. Both Santhosh and Dhee said that all revenues and the ownership of the song belonged to all three of them. This statement was because there were multiple reports that stated that Arivu was not paid for his work by Maajja. Now, while we've more or less heard all sides of the story, many point out that this isn't a trivial spat about who gets credit. It's really about the appropriation of Arivu's music and his history. I spoke to writer and activist Shalin Maria Lawrence to understand more about this.
When they sold the song to the world, they spoke about Arivu. They spoke about Arivu's pain because that's what they said they wanted to sell. They wanted to sell the pain of the oppressed people. That's a commodity nowadays for people of upper caste, Savarna musicians or artists. For Savarna labels, it is actually becoming an commodity. So right now, that's what I said when it had a global appeal. See, we talk about Michael Jackson's Earth song, or we speak about a lot of African American musicians, artists, and we have the early hip hop or things like that. We talk about music of the oppressed, music from the oppressed, music of liberation. So if I could if I could understand Michael Jackson, we don't really care about that song. If I could understand that, is because I could feel the pain of Michael Jackson or his racial oppression, what he goes through, or what happens in Brazil, what kind of an oppression happens there. So that has been conveyed through the song. So I think the world looked at Enjoy Enjaami as that. It is the oppression people face. It's about landless farmers. It's about agricultural laborers. It's about plantation laborers. They go through so much of oppression. People don't even know what it is about. So this was wholly Arivu's song. This was not the kind of oppression Dhee would have gone through. Dhee is not an oppressor individually, but she comes from a side which has oppressed people. So she's not someone who would have gone through pain. She would have not gone through this kind of, her generations would have not gone through oppression. She has a lot of social capital. So this song entirely did not belong to her at all. You give credit. That's what matters. You give credit. You don't appropriate him. It is his song. You have to say it is his song. He wrote the lyrics. Add his name in the YouTube video. Add his name in the chat. That is what is more important. So unless you're going to give him the rightful, representation, the rightful credibility, the rightful credit, then it is going to be appropriation or, identity.
So how can collaborations between artists of different social or caste locations take place in the future without questions of appropriation being raised?
Ari would have felt, I'm getting this big opportunity, a big label under AR Rahman, Maajja, whatever it is. So he would have agreed. But we have to be specific that we, as people from the oppressed community, especially artists or creators, have been betrayed. There's a very big history of betrayal in Tamil cinema, Tamil entertainment industry, or Indian cinema itself. So we have to make sure that we have the terms and conditions in place, we have the global music rights in place, we have the rule book in place, and tell them, this is, I'm going to give you this, you give me that. Be very specific. So that is very important. We have to tread very carefully because the world is a very, Indian caste society is a very dangerous place. They will just stab you at the back and then we just looking for the opportunity for it. They will use your work, they will also stab you at the back. So obviously, you have to be careful and you have to put your best foot forward and say, this is my song, I will claim it from the start, even before the project starts.
Whether this is the end of the Enjoy Enjaami controversy remains to be seen. But what this entire row has raised about appropriation and representation is important. And these certainly need serious introspection by the entertainment industry. So what do you think of the Enjoy Enjaami controversy? Tell us in the comments. And remember, if you value the journalism that we do here at the News Minute, do become a member. And as always, if you like this video, hit the like button and share this video with your friends.